you're talking about how the changing of the guard and Deshaun Watson may be changing his team, which I think we should talk about. He's a, obviously up and coming, to me, great QB, led the league in passing this year. And the Texans are a mess, and I don't even know what's going on with them. And I don't know if they end up trading Watson. They shouldn't, because I think people like Deshaun Watson, players like Deshaun Watson, only come around once. And the Texans, if they trade him, they'll be hoping that, their next QB is half as good as Watson. I mean, that's just what comes down to it. And to me, it would be a huge mistake. And I know Watson wants to be in their head coach discussion, but you do that because he's that good. And he is right now, after Bill O'Brien obliterated your franchise, basically, he is the franchise.
He's the franchise. In my eyes, he is just one step behind that Rodgers-Mahomes class. I see him as the third best quarterback in the league, and he's under contract for 5 more years, okay? You don't see that kind of player ever that just wants out, And if a team like Miami has the opportunity to even get on the line with them, they should give them all the picks. They should give him Tua. They should give him the 3, the 18, and just keep it coming, because you very rarely get the opportunity to get a quarterback that good, that young, under contract for that long. And Alex Foles, our producer, doesn't like that take, but I stand by it.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about Deshaun Watson in that I wasn't sure that all of the fuss in the beginning, I'm not entirely sure that he really even had any spot in the front office that he could be making these calls. But I also understand that he is a generational talent. So should you just do what he says because you want to keep him? I mean, if he leaves, the Texans head coaching job becomes really undesirable and really ugly. And so I think that for right now, maybe it would be best to cater to his needs in this moment and to include him in the head coaching and give him what he wants. But in general, I wasn't sure if I was a fan of that move.
Yeah, I mean, Watson's playing hardball, but I would too, because the Texans have made basically every move to hurt him. They took away his star receiver. They took away his.
That's true. Okay, he should have had a talk about DeAndre Hopkins, but does he have any room to talk about head coaching and other things
yes, yes, he does. He does.
He does, because he's a great QB, and you would love any QB. Tua, if Tua turns into Deshaun Watson, you're thrilled. And we don't know if that's going to happen or not. So why would you trade away a sure thing when a team like the Browns, it seems like they finally got it right with Baker. They were waiting 20, 25 years to find the right QB. It doesn't grow on trees. And I feel when you look at, all these QBs and teams with QBs, I think the Saints are one of them as a Saints fan. You're spoiled. Oh, you have they just grow on trees. Look at the Packers. They get Brett Favre and then they move right to Aaron Rodgers. They almost get better. You go from Brett Favre, who's amazing, and Rodgers may be better than him. So I don't know if everyone, realizes that QBs don't, these generational top 5 QBs grow on trees. And, at a certain point, let's say even if Watson's pick doesn't work out, and let's say you hire his head coach and it doesn't work out, okay, so it's 1 or 2 years, you have him under contract for 5 years. And so to me, that's just, I wouldn't get rid of him.
You lose the number 1 receiver in football, and then you lead the league in passing yards. That's insane. That's insane.
I mean, yes, you're right in these regards. He is a generational talent. And so why should they trade him?
What's the but, Kayla?
I don't know. I just don't think that he should demand. Okay, so the Texans should have never promised him that he was going to be a part of the talks to begin with. So point 1, he should never have been told that he could have a say in it all. But then point 2, I don't know why he expected to have a say in it all. I think that Tom Brady would have a say for the Patriots, but Deshaun Watson hasn't been with the Texans all that long. And then when he doesn't have a say, he immediately wants to go. I don't know, from a matter of pride, do the Texans want to really just work with him to try to make sure that he stays at their team and baby him? I guess they do, but from pride standpoint and ego standpoint, I think that would hurt.
I don't think it's to me, it's I don't think that Deshaun Watson, when you look at quarterbacks that pick head coaches, Baker Mayfield did it and it didn't work out. It worked out awfully. And you can't just have a head coach that just works with the QB. They're the head coach of the whole team, not just the head coach of, the quarterback. So maybe it wouldn't work out, But then just like what happened with Baker Mayfield, it was a 1-year blip. And now Baker kind of was like, oh, I should probably let the GM pick the head coach. And then, they look like they're on the right track. And I'd be willing to sacrifice 1 to 2 years if his pick didn't work out to get a whole career worth of Deshaun Watson. Like, even as, a Saints fan, I would love them to trade for Deshaun Watson. I'd give up three years worth of first round picks, because you'd rather give up, just a little bit now and then be good with Deshaun Watson. I mean, you take the once in generational talents, when you can get them. And to me, that's, I think, the whole thing with Watson. And he's a guy that could win you a Super Bowl. To me, not many QBs, can do that.